Hello there. I hope you're doing well. I hope your day is shaping up well. My name is Peter Kamau. This is TV47 at 4. Let's get started. Kenya has moved to reassure the public over its level of preparedness against Ebola as government officials maintain the country remains on high alert amid rising regional health concerns. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi says Kenya is working closely with international partners to strengthen its response systems against any possible outbreak. Speaking during the Foreign Affairs Staff Wellness Day, Mudavadi said high-level consultations involving the President, development partners and the United Nations have been held to review Kenya's Ebola preparedness framework. He added that the country continues to enhance surveillance, response capacity and cross-border coordination to counter any potential health threat.
Last night alone, the President of Kenya had to convene an update session with key development partners and the international community and the UN because of the threat of Ebola, and to see how again we can collaboratively work with the international community to protect Kenya, but also to be a responsible member of the international community.
In other news, preparations for Wajir and Madaraka Day celebration in Wajir are currently ongoing, and I'm now joined by our reporter Mohammed Saman, who will be painting a picture of what the preparations are looking like and telling us what we should be expecting come next week on Monday. Mohammed?
Good afternoon and assalamu alaikum to Peter and everyone who is watching. We are coming to you live from Wajir County, where preparations for the upcoming Madaraka Day celebrations are in top gear. Students, traditional dancers, parade teams, and are making their final preparations ahead of the historic event on Monday. Remember, this event is not just an event for the people of northern Kenya. This event is it means more than an event to them. This, they say, is an event that it shows that it is an identity for them, recognition and visibility for the people of northern Kenya. Remember, for decades, this region has been lagging behind when it comes to matters development. But right now in Wajir County, a lot of developmental projects are going on, from roads to the construction of the State Lodge and to this 10,000-seater stadium. The residents here say that finally they feel like they are part and parcel of Kenya. Remember, we will be live from Wajir County on Monday and we'll be giving you the events as they unfold. We will be camping here at Wajir Stadium and we'll be showing you live the event. So back to the studio, we're reporting from Wajir County. As they say in Wajir County, tunasema so dawadha. Asanteni sana.
Mohammed Saman. Of course, those pictures coming to you live from Wajir County, where our team from TV47 is currently rigging and getting ready to bring you that broadcast live next week on Monday. So be sure to tune in for that. Now, moving on, a heavy cloud of grief hangs over the Naivasha funeral home today, where heartbroken families have gathered as a multi-agency forensic team begins the painful process of DNA collection to identify students who are burned beyond recognition in the deadly Utomishi Girls' Dormitory fire. As emotions run high and hope fades into agonizing uncertainty, our reporter Willie Dennis Njiru joins us live from Naivasha with the latest developments on the identification process.
Thank you very much, my colleague in our studios, coming to you live from the Naivasha mortuary, that is a hospital to the county government of Nakuru. As you can see now, it is a the activities have actually subsided here. Just a handful of Red Cross officials there and a standby emergency vehicle. In some other times we had a group of parents who had visited this place after the information came around that they were supposed to give their samples of DNA from this place, and the activity was later transferred from here to Gilgil, to where the school is located, where the activity has been going on. But just to let our viewers know, right behind me is the Naivasha Funeral Home, where the 16 bodies are lying up to this moment, and some activities that were scheduled to take place here are yet to kick off. Remember, these bodies were burned beyond recognition, and they were all stashed in body bags as they were moved by 3 vehicles from Gilgil to Naivasha. They have to remain intact and as such, so that to avert any penetration of anything else other than the required specimens that will be taken here to have an appropriate sample. From the nitty-gritties, just to shed more light, some of the bodies could be visible, seemingly because some of the children whose faces were not so much destroyed by the fires, you could read who actually this person is, but to some other bodies is actually an identification process through science. And that is it from me here in the county of Nakuru. We will be doing a comprehensive story over this with my colleague Mike Chalo on the other end of Gilgil from this same county of Nakuru. Back to you in the studios.
Thank you very much, Willie Dennis, for that story. And of course, we're still monitoring that story very closely. And still on the same, the Ministry of Education has dissolved the Board of Management of Utumishi Girls Academy in Gilgil, Nakuru County, following preliminary findings into the deadly dormitory fire that claimed the lives of 16 students. Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba said the board was disbanded over failure to comply with school safety regulations and the Basic Education Act. The ministry cited major safety lapses at the institution, revealing that the dormitory where the fire broke out was overcrowded and one of the emergency exit doors had been locked. CS Ogamba further disclosed that 2 teachers had received prior information about a planned unrest involving a section of Form 3 students before the tragedy occurred.
Preliminary investigations have established the following. Number 1, the tragic fire was an act of arson. The Directorate of Criminal Investigations is currently holding and questioning 8 learners who are persons of interest in this investigation. The investigation will ascertain their individual roles in the planning and execution of this heinous act. Those found culpable will be charged in accordance with the provisions of the Penal Code and other relevant laws. We have indications that they will be presented to court as early as Tuesday next week. Number 2, the school did not adhere to the safety requirements as stipulated in the school safety manual and the basic education regulations. In particular, there was congestion in the dormitory and one exit door was locked contrary to the prescribed safety requirements.
Anger, confusion and raw emotion erupted at Utumishi Girls Academy as desperate parents demanded to know the fate of their daughters following the deadly dormitory fire that claimed 16 lives. With investigations now taking a criminal turn, detectives have arrested students believed to be linked to the suspected arson attack. The Directorate of Criminal Investigation says 8 students are in police custody as persons of interest, while another 21 continue to be questioned within the school. Meanwhile, distraught parents have been directed to provide DNA samples to help identify bodies recovered from the charred dormitory.
Stakeholders in this, walimu ni sawa, shule ni sawa, but we are also stakeholders as parents of the kids. You can't give us in the dark like that. Sisi ni wajinga kiasi gani sasa hivyo? Hatujaliwi, who cares about us? If you don't care about us, care about our children.
Tuko na uchungu mpaka wala walikufa. Lakini mmetupelekea wapi watoto? Watoto wa miaka 15 ndio mumwekelee maneno hadi ndio walikosi kusoma shule. Nizungushe tu wanitaki kunionyesha.
The border sector is under fresh scrutiny after shocking images emerged online showing armed thugs on motorcycles robbing members of the public along Wayaki Way. Now, riders' leaders are distancing themselves from the criminals and calling for a joint crackdown to restore public trust in the industry. Border Safety Association of Kenya Chairman Kelvin Mubadi condemned the incident, urging riders to work closely with security agencies and the public to report criminal activities. This even as security agencies revealed that at least 8 stolen motorcycles have been recovered at the Namanga and Loitoktok borders in recent months amid growing cross-border theft syndicates linked to Tanzania.
Leo tumewaita hapa kwa sababu ya ile kitendo ambayo ilitendeka jana, where some goons walikuwa kwa barabara pale Westland wakiibia watu. Tunataka kulaani hicho kitendo na kujidissociate our border riders with those goons, na it was a bad image katika kupata kwamba vijana wanajitokeza wanatumia pikipiki ambacho ni chombo sisi kama bodaboda tunatumia kufanya biashara, wao wanatumia kuibia watu. Hilo jambo ni jambo mbaya, and we want to send a strong warning kwa hao criminals ambao wanajiweka kwa group wakipita wakiibia watu. Jana walikuwa wanaibia watu kwa magari.
Wakati tulipata this information, given in mind that it was night, tulijaribu sana, lakini unfortunately tulipata wale watu walishaenda. We have put measures in place na kwamba katika kila terminus yetu ya bodaboda kuna mpangilio ya security ya kuhakikisha kwamba eneo letu liko salama.
Still on the same story, a growing cross-border motorcycle theft syndicate is now raising alarm in Kajiado County after security agencies confirmed that dozens of stolen bodabodas are being smuggled into Tanzania through porous border routes. Authorities say the criminal network has left thousands of riders counting losses. Security officials have revealed that at least 8 stolen motorcycles have been recovered in the last 3 months at the Namanga and Loitoktok border points. Speaking during a security forum in Kitengela, Border Safety Association officials said more than 1,500 motorcycles have been stolen over the past 3 years and traced to the Tanzania border before vanishing. Police attributed recent recoveries to 2 new border roadblocks, even as financing company Mogo denied any involvement in the thefts.
Tumeibiwa pikipiki mingi sana kwa muda wa miaka 3 imepita. Zaidi ya pikipiki 1,500 zile zimeweza kuenda, lakini tumekuja kuchunguza tukajua mingi zinaenda hapa kwetu hapa Tanzania.
Tuko na shida ya cross border theft. Hata Uganda pia tuko na shida nao, lakini tulifanya mkutano na Mogo na wale maafisa wa polisi wa Uganda na Kenya, tukakuwa na ushirikiano mzuri mpaka tukaandika working formula pale between the two borders, na pia tungeomba kwanza hao wenzetu wa Tanzania pia waweze kufanya hivyo. Na kitu ambacho tunaomba ni kwamba wale wenzetu ambao wako kwa boda waweze kushirikiana na hao wa huku, bodaboda wa huku ndio akipigiwa simu wanaweza kusaidia pale.
And to address the issue of that theft and the allegation that Mogo is involved or Mogo staff is involved in that, I'd like to make that clear that that allegation is not true, because it is not possible that a business would invest over 30 billion and then go after a bike that would be worth 30,000.
So bodabodas, we are telling you, or anyone in the informal sector, that is Mama Mboga, anyone who doesn't have a pay slip to save for their retirement. We want you to retire in dignity.
And in the world of sports, Kenya's under-17 women's national team, the Junior Starlets, have stepped up their preparations ahead of a crucial second-round FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup qualifier against Uganda set for tomorrow. The team is hoping to edge closer to a second straight appearance on the global stage after their historic debut in 2024. The first leg in Kampala ended in a 1-1 draw, leaving everything to play for in the return fixture. The Starlets now head into the decisive match, aiming to secure a spot in the third and final qualification round, where a ticket to the World Cup will be at stake. Coaching staff say the team is focused, motivated, and ready for a high-intensity East African showdown. And that's all we had for you this afternoon. It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Peter Kamau. Till next time, have yourself a blessed Friday evening.